My turn. Express your answer in standard form. So here we have 2.4 times 10 to the power of 2, and we're looking to add 6.56 times 10 to the power of 3. Our first step when we have standard form addition and subtraction questions is to convert these numbers into ordinary numbers. Please look back on previous videos if you need reminding about how to convert these. So we're looking at this first number will be exactly the same as we have in the question. The 2 tells us there are 2 numbers that come after that first number. So we have 1, 2 spaces. This 4 will take up one of these spaces, and the remaining blank space will be filled with a 0. The same applies for the next part of the question. So the start of the question is going to be a 6. And the power of 3 tells us there are 3 numbers after that 6. The 5 and the 6 take up 2 of those spaces, 5, 6, with another space filled with a 0. We can now complete the addition using a standard column method. So we have the 6, 5, 6, 0, and we are adding 240. Remember, place value is important with these questions to ensure that the units line up with the units, the tens line up with the tens, the hundreds with the hundreds, and thousands with thousands, and so on. So this gives us 0 add 0 is 0. The 6 add the 4 is 10, so 0 down, carry the 1. 5 add 2 add 1 gives us 8, and the 6 on its own gives us 6. Now, one thing to remember when you reach this point of your calculation is that the answer needs to be expressed in standard form. So that means we are working backwards now from what we did here, where we have the number at the start will be this 6. We can only have a single digit at the start of standard form answers, so it would become 6.8. We know we're going to have times 10 in our standard form answers, and the power is determined by the number of numbers after the first number. So we've got 1, 2, 3, which means we have a power of 3 here. Press pause and try the your turn question. Okay, so first step is to convert the 3.2 times 10 to the power of 4 and the 4.6 times 10 to the power of 3 into ordinary numbers to complete our calculation. We are looking to express the answer in standard form as well, so we need to remember that for the very end. So to begin with, 3.2 times 10 to the power of 4. We will start off with the first number there, which will be 3. The power of 4 tells us there are 4 spaces after the first number, so 1, 2, 3, 4. One of those spaces is filled with the 2, and the remaining spaces are filled with zeros. 1, 2, 3. We are looking to add. This number is going to begin with a 4. And the power of 3 tells us there are 1, 2, 3 spaces after that first number. 6 fills one of those spaces, with the remaining spaces filled with zeros. We will now complete our addition using a column method, making sure our place value lines up. So 32,000, and we are looking to add 4,600. Remember, units line up with units, tens with tens, hundreds with hundreds, and so on. 0 add 0 gives us 0. 0 add 0 gives us 0. 0 add 6 is 6. 2 add 4 is 6. And 3 on its own is the 3. We have an answer of 36,600, but we must remember that the number must be expressed in standard form. That means our number will start with a 3. We can have no more than single digit at the start, so a point is introduced with the 6 and the 6. We will have times 10 in our standard form answers, and the power is determined by how many numbers appear after the first number. So 1, 2, 3, 4 means we have a power of 4. These calculations work in the same way with subtractions, other than when we get to this point here, we subtract instead of add. And in the same way, if we're working with small numbers, we will convert our ordinary numbers into 0.0 numbers if we have a negative power here. Again, please look back on previous videos to remind yourself about those conversions if you're at all unsure.